Dust is in my eyes, my blood is on the ground. Quiet little chuckle and the shuffling of the boots of the coward that shot me down. He turns toward the sunrise and I hear him softly say, I guess you've met your macho man as the colors fade to gray.
Howdy, partners. Dust and Blood is a rabble-rousing, rootin'-tootin', bronco-bustin' podcast not suitable for the ears of youngins. Take a gander at the content warnings and listen with care.
Welcome to Dust and Blood, a narrative play podcast set in the wild, weird fantasy West. I'm Blake, your GM, and our players are Keith Curtis as Jasper Graves, Corinne Hill as Myra Sting, Zach Parker as Maz Copernicus Pryor, and Gail Parker as Bonesaw. Last time on Dust and Blood, our heroes fled the confrontation with Jack's friends with the help of Helena, and met Anansi at the memory bank, where they learned how to fix Bonesaw's deteriorating mask. Alright, you're making your way to the auction house. The auction house is pretty much straight across the Witchmarket from the memory bank itself.
Let's skirt around that central fountain, I think.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Do you want to try and go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Does there seem to be a kind of flow to the market? Do we feel pulled one way or the other?
It does feel like it moves kind of clockwise.
Okay.
Actually, somebody give me a nature check, an arcana check, a planes check, or just a straight up intelligence roll.
That sounds like a Jasper type
question. Straight up perception, there we are. 26.
Jasper, you notice that this clockwise pull is not just clockwise, but it's almost like an internal spiral. Almost as if all of the magic and energy and feel of this place is in a giant drain, draining towards the fountain.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Combined with what Bonesaw, when Bonesaw kind of figures it out with the 15, you actually kind of figure out a bit of the workings of the Witchmarket. The entire thing is a funnel of energy. And the closer you are to the center, the more powerful you are to kind of root yourself in position. So Agus being right there in the center, she's constantly collecting a lot of the energy from the entire Witchmarket.
Just hogging all the good stuff.
Basically, yeah. And it's easier for something on the edge to be kind of brushed aside. And for something to stay on the outer edge, you would have to be very constant or very strong.
Well, I think we should go this way. I don't really... It just feels right, doesn't it? Like we're going in a sort of spiral of energy towards Agus.
Well, let's try and avoid her.
Yeah, if we're going to go clockwise, I think we're going to have to keep angling ourselves outwards. Whereas, and if we go widdershins, we shall have to keep moving ourselves inwards to avoid being pushed out of the market, I would guess.
Wit a what now?
Counterclockwise.
Widdershins.
Oh, that's a fan.
Widdershins. It's an archaic term.
Oh, so you were starting speaking funny like. I thought it was another mimic.
Sorry, I'll try and keep a handle on myself here, feeling a little bit disoriented.
Oh, sorry. Myra instantly feels bad. How's Bonesaw looking?
Bonesaw is wearing his mask, and you can see it's covered in silvery threads on the one side with the patch that Anansi made for him. He seems a little more jittery than normal. He's got sort of fingers tapping on one leg, and his eyes seem to dart around a little bit more, but he seems to be holding it together for now.
Hey, Bonesaw?
Yes?
Would you like to lead Smokey for a while?
Your special horse?
Yeah, I'll offer the reins because I'm walking Smokey around here.
Oh, sure, that would be lovely. Bonesaw puts a hand on Smokey's withers and gives her pats.
You begin to make your way clockwise around. You start to see several new shops, just a bunch of literal gremlins sitting in a shop with a bunch of mortal scrap piled up, and you see one has like an actual human-sized gun that they're just going at with their fingernails as a screwdriver, undoing it and just completely dismantling it. You're not sure the point, what they're selling. You see 3 folks up on tall horses in various armors, one with curling ram's horns on a black war horse, a man with fiery red hair and antlers on a red gold stallion, and a tall woman on a white horse with a long bow. You actually see a large sign, almost looks a little windblown from its position, that reads, First in Potions. That looks like it is fairly well established. More than a lot of the other buildings, it looks more sturdy, kind of like how the auction house and the memory bank themselves look.
Do we need any potions?
I still have a few from Ellie.
I can actually make them.
Yeah, I think what that store actually sells is distractions.
I love a good distraction, but perhaps not today.
Yeah, let's get ourselves to the auction house and let's take care of our number one business first. Moss, what kind of instrument you thinking about? Another fiddle or something different?
I'm not sure. I haven't really played anything other than this here fiddle. Well, that and other fiddles. Maybe a violin.
How odd.
A cello. I have a hard time with it on horseback, but...
Just riding into battle with a cello.
Something with strings, probably. Or something that's really shiny. I don't know. There's lots of options.
I definitely read somewhere that shiny instruments sound the best. The shinier they are, they sound better.
I think I read that one too.
Speaking of shiny things, I was wondering, Jasper, I don't mind if you want to hold all my weapons and things, but it seems like a good thing for me to have in case we're going to, fight more people.
Oh, sure enough. Here, let me, let's find ourselves a little way out of the crowd here, and we'll get that back to you. Sorry about that. We just didn't want you to panic when we brought you back, and that can have bad consequences. But you seem to be holding on real good. I'm right impressed.
No, that's very understandable. Often when panicking, bombs are my first thought, so you missed some. Bonesaw pulls out half a dozen bombs, and he's like, really, next time, you should get these ones too.
I'll make a note of it. I'll begin the transferal of deadly instrumentation back into the hands of the easily distractible Bonesaw.
You see a massive, looks like at first a horse with a rider, with both the horse and rider just completely skinned.
Ooh.
As you look at them a little bit closer, though, you realize the figure on top of it is not actually a separate creature. They are all one and the same.
A Knucklebone!
It is just a humanoid torso sprouting from the equine's withers.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Oh, that looks very uncomfortable.
But eventually you make your way around, amazingly managing not to get distracted, until you find yourself in front of a place that reads Vitalon's Auction House. Beautiful red carpet on the outside, a big arched entrance, giving entrance to everyone. You see a couple of small fae waiting outside, not really going in or coming out.
That looks mighty inviting, doesn't it?
What are we doing here again?
We've been told this is the best place to find a new musical instrument for Maz, so that he doesn't have to resort to that cursed devil instrument.
Yes.
But we don't really know anything about it. I think we need to find someone who can tell us what kind of auction house this is. But I guess the only way we can do that is by availing ourselves of the entrance here. I'd like to sashay through that doorway unless someone stops me.
As you step in, a little arcane mark appears on your hand that just has a number on it, and you also see your name underneath it.
Huh. Well, that's kind of disconcerting.
Bonesaw sees Jasper looking and pulls off one of his gloves to check his.
It actually appears outside of the glove. It doesn't
very
seem
cool.
like you can cover it up. Even when you try and put, your other hand over it, it appears on the back of your hand.
Oh, let's make a hand stack. Let's make a hand stack. I put my hand on top of Bonesaw's. What happens?
Numbers appear.
I would like to take a very subtle side eye and see what name is appearing on the back of Maz's hand.
Ooh.
Give me a perception check.
That would be a 20.
Dirty 20, you read that it says Mozzarella Copernicus prior, and nothing else.
Excellent.
Good to know.
That's good news.
What does mine say?
Yeah, what is...
Ooh, Bonesaw. That's interesting. Yours actually glitches out for a moment, and it reads initially Templeton Throckmorton, and then it goes to Bonesaw, and it actually changes numbers when it does that.
Wait.
Oh. Bonesaw tries to stick his hand in his pocket so no one will see, but then it just shows up on the outside of the pocket.
Yeah. It's at this time you see a Nereid floating on a sheen of water as she walks in. She walks past all of you. Tall, blue-skinned, not skinned, she has scales going down her arms, glowing red eyes, her hair's done up, curled back to keep it out of her face. She has a very regal headdress and armor on as she walks past. She is carrying a trident. Looks down at all of you. She's a little bit shorter than Bonesaw, but has a very haughty air about her as she walks past.
Does she look as if she is an official here, or does it look like she is an auction goer?
A number appears on the back of her hand that lets you actually see her name is Batellia.
Is she carrying anything?
She has a small satchel to her side. She's keeping a close hand on it.
Excuse me, miss. I'm in the market for a new instrument. Would you happen to have anything shiny on display for tonight?
She looks down at you, Maz, and says, Mortana hoina, comoda hoya.
Right.
And she just gives you a smile and walks in. None of you speak Sylvan, correct?
No.
Not a word.
Correct, but I will dip my hat and say Matana Hoya to you too, ma'am.
That could have been fuck you and your mom for all you know.
You say that, and
Fuck
she
you
turns
too.
around on you,
Is as does.
and she just glares at you, and twists her wrist, and flicks two fingers out at you. Make a fortitude save for me.
Whoa! Whoa! Matana Hoya. Make a note never to say that to anybody ever again. Fortitude save coming up. 30?
Holy fuck!
Holy crap!
Yes.
The water hits you on the cheeks, and you feel a little bit of sizzling from it as it hits, but nothing else happens as she turns and begins to walk in.
What was that? What did you say?
I don't know. I figured if it was a polite greeting she gave to us, then that would be a polite thing to say in return. And if it was an insult, the proper thing to do would be to return it. While he's saying this, Jasper is pulling off his neckerchief, and he is trying his best to get all that yucky moisture off in his paper dry skin. Part of my skincare regimen.
So I see two options here. If the auction is in Sylvan, then I can try to do that thing where I siphon magic from, the air or whatever, and let us understand, or we can try to hire a guide.
Let's not hire a guide.
Or a translator, rather.
Yeah.
Better?
Will it be like that potion or spell that you gave me earlier that would allow somebody to be able to understand the languages?
Yes, so I'm a little low on resources. We haven't rested in some time. But the last time I tried to make an elixir, I was able to pull some energy just from the witch market. It was a little explosive, but it worked.
Let's do that outside, and if you can only do it for one, I'd suggest Maz, since he's got the money and he's got the need.
I will say, as you're entering, it looks a bit like a theater entrance. Kind of has some bathrooms off to one side. Honestly, it looks like there's a concession stand in one corner, though nobody's there. And then 2 large doors that are open that lead down a hallway into the next room where you hear some voices speaking coming from. That is the direction that Petelia walked. You also see several pixies darting in and out of the main area wearing red lapel pins. And pixies, they're just these small fae, a little bit smaller than Maz, flitting around, humanoid-looking, gossamer wings. Look like a bigger version of Mimsy that you saw.
Maybe they have accommodations, since many folks come through the witch market. Maybe they can help us. Maybe they work here.
That's a great idea.
Myra's gonna awkwardly wave a hand towards one of the pixies and says, "Excuse me, we could use some help. Could you direct us to, the front desk or someone who can help us, maybe?"
One of the pixies, the one you're waving at, flits down, flying just about at your eye level. He is wearing a very nice black suit with red accents and has blue hair. And the little lapel pin, actually similar to the arcane mark on the back of your hands, reads Morwen. Hello, how may I help you? You went to the front desk. Are you looking to check in, or are you going to the auction?
Oh, we're going to the auction. We don't speak Sylvan, and was wondering if there was something to kind of help us understand the auction. If the auction was going to be in Sylvan, if there was a translator, or
you came to the witch market without speaking Sylvan. Sorry.
Well, it was kind of an accident, we didn't actually mean to come here, but, since we're here, might as well get some stuff. I don't know.
Well, yes, you are welcome to go in, and he flits over to the concession stand and flies back with a tray of glasses with a small amount of liquid in them, barely a fingerful, and says, "Just take this, and you'll be able to understand what is going on during the auction."
Oh, shots! Bonesaw takes one and scoots the mask aside a little bit and downs it.
It is fucking bone dry. Like, your entire throat as you drink this, it's just like, as instantly dried up.
I don't think you're going to have any problem with this one, Jasper.
Jasper is looking at the tray of drinks, and he's going to basically gesture after you to anybody else, and then he's just kind of mingle and mix with the others, trying to not take the drink, but not make it obvious that he's not accepting the drink. Because so far, Jasper has avoided eating or drinking anything while in the Fey realm, and he's gonna keep that up.
The only smart one.
Where's the fun in that? You don't want to be replaced by a shapeshifter?
I just read too many stories.
Maz is gonna look at Bonesaw hacking and coughing and say, "Oh, it can't be that bad." Snatch the drink and down it. After maybe half a beat, where Maz is sitting there, that was easier. What? He's immediately gonna spew everything out on top of Myra.
Maz, damn it! Learn to aim.
You know, it's quite tasty.
Oh, really? Could have fooled me. She don't know if she wants to try this now. She says there's no like sign language or subtitles or anything or
This provides you with the ability to understand Sylvan.
yeah, all right. And she knocks it back.
Moz, did you actually swallow any?
I think he might have spewed out a little bit. Up to Blake how he wants to play that.
You got enough of it that you're able to understand.
Maybe not a full translation, like every third word is maybe like a synonym or a garbage.
Yeah.
Understand it with an accent.
Next up, this lovely violin.
Morwen just says, if you just continue on through there, you can take a seat wherever you would like and join in on the auction. It is a rotating auction continuing throughout the day. Do not feel obligated to continue and place bids on anything. If you have anything you would like to place up for bid, you can talk to one of my counterparts at the desk near the front. If you need anything appraised by them for the purposes, they are able to take care of that there too. Please do not disrupt, attack, or harm your fellow bidders while in the auction hall, and anything that you bid on and win, the payment must be made immediately unless you come to an agreement with Italian himself. Just hold up your hand and your bid will be taken.
I'll nod like I understand what he's saying.
Thanks, Morwen. That's super helpful. By the way, what does, and Bonesaw repeats the thing that the Nereid said earlier, mean? And as he says it, I suppose he would understand it?
Yeah, as you say it out loud, you understand yourself saying... This is one of those words that it has a rough translation, essentially calling you the contents of the stomach of a sea cucumber that has been ejected from a sea cucumber as a means of getting away from a predator.
Oh, that's...
Very
Never
colorful.
mind, I got it.
And everybody else who took it understands that now, too.
Toodles.
Jasper's gonna put his hands in his pockets so he doesn't accidentally raise them.
You see one of the Huldra from earlier at Ray's comes in, one of the fox-tailed women with red hair and a hollow bark back. Following, just as you are all making your way through, she kind of politely but firmly pushes past you like, excuse me, I'm going in. And you step inside. It is an incredible sight. It looks like a 5-story theater going up a massive wall of windows behind a giant, almost like a sun along the back wall, keeping the entire place bright. There is a giant stage that takes up the middle of the room, and all around it are these very big and plush chairs with this red fabric on it that just look the most comfortable seating you have ever seen.
Ooh.
There aren't too many people in here, but you immediately start to, as you look around, notice several different people. You see a group of goblins sitting on one set of chairs a few rows back, kind of tossing and turning and like... You see the witch that you saw previously coming out of Dreadrost's
Hazel.
place. Yes, Hazel the witch. Old woman, long hair, carrying a staff, has a robe of feathers and bones.
Question mark.
You see a lamplighter, not seating, but standing, holding on to his umbrella, almost at attention. The light in his head is very dim, but still present. You see a group of 3, they appear to be rangers or druids or something, with their faces covered up, hoods up, green robes, very much a ranger camouflage look. And all of them you do see have, in addition to their name on their hands, you do see that they have on their left sleeve a stitched name that reads Mossbart. Sitting in the back, arms crossed, looking incredibly frustrated, a man wearing a big feathered hat, an old Spanish cuirass with a rapier at his side, mustache and goatee, looking incredibly frustrated, holding a big bag of gems. You see the mustachioed and impeccably besuited man sitting in the front row next to the stage, his two bodyguards flanking him. And all of these people, as you look at them, their names pop up for a second.
Ooh.
And finally, in the back row, across from the man with the Spanish cuirass, you see a massive horse skull-headed creature with antlers, its legs going down into blackened spikes, wearing some sort of plate mail, carrying a sword that is coated in blood.
Fucking
What's his
Wendigo
name?
Knight.
Metal.
His name, as you look at it, is Nakai, is the name of the Wendigo.
Oh, it's a Wendigo.
Oh god, it's back. It's back. Oh, they're scary.
Let's not compete with them for any bits.
Yeah, they're just gonna have it.
I just want to say I'm both absolutely delighted and unreasonably angry at the names of the goblins. It is Boblin, Toblin, Roblin, Woblin, and Jeff.
Oh, I can just see them now. Anytime anything goes wrong, one's just going, Jeff.
Yep, Jeff is the one they blame for everything.
Damn it, Jeff!
Standing in the center of the stage, you see a faun.
Ooh.
He has blue skin, pointed ears, teal hair that is braided down, very long, curved horns with some blue wrapping around them. He's wearing some green robes, and he has a large smile on his face as he says, as we begin our next bid, another pixie comes flying in, and in the middle of the stage, a table rises up, and they set down what appears to be an old map.
Ooh.
And the faun says, "A map to the Fountain of Youth." The man in the Spanish cuirass immediately leans forward.
Love the references.
The goblins are also clamoring. Vitelia is sitting forward.
Is that Ponce de Leon? Is he here?
Could be.
Maybe. As he leans forward, you can see the name on the back of his hand. That is indeed Ponce de Leon.
Nice.
Delightful.
Anybody who wants to roll Knowledge History or Knowledge Noble can roll.
I got a 12.
I have
19.
Oh.
neither.
Ooh, go Maz.
Yeah, Maz nails it. You know Juan Ponce de Leon was a Spanish conquistador who came particularly in search of the Fountain of Youth. And the thing is, he was born in 1474 and supposedly died in 1521 in Havana. It is 1875 right now.
Well, I guess he'd already found the Fountain of Youth. He's quite spry for his age.
Oh, what's that, Smalls?
Nothing, just a familiar face?
The way that this auction basically works is anybody who wants to participate as a part of the auction rolls initiative using 1d20 plus whichever mental stat you want to use, charisma, intelligence, or wisdom. The opening bid will either be a set value or just whoever is first makes the opening bid. And in addition to the actual value of the object, its worthiness to you creates a multiplier for it. So essentially, if something that is literally has zero value to you, you know, if you were Jeff Bezos offering $1 million, that's nothing. If you were using somebody else's gold to make a bid, that's not worth anything. If it is something, it's your own personal possession that just has nominal value to you. Gold that you've picked up, that kind of basic stuff. That's worth half value. If it's something of worth to you, that's worth 1. And then if it has significant memories, it's worth 2 plus whatever. Like, we'll figure it out kind of as we go. And a lot of this is kind of ad hoc as we figure stuff out. But you guys have a couple of bonuses in your back pocket, specifically the memory bundle that Bonesaw got is automatically worth 1,000 gold pieces with a 1x multiplier. And the 2 memory orbs that Moz has are each worth 4,000 gold pieces and have a 2x multiplier.
Last time you said that each of the orbs was worth 4,000 gold pieces.
Yes.
Are you now saying they're worth 8,000 in the auction house?
They are worth 8,000 in the auction house. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And essentially, to go above a bid, you have to go at least 1.5 times over the current bid.
Shit.
You can grossly overshoot the bid to, like, try and knock other people out, but you still have to pay that value.
Yo.
If you do want to bid on any of the items as they come up, you're welcome to. After I read the name, I'll see if anybody is interested. If they are, we'll roll initiative. If they're not, it'll just continue on. The first item up is a map to the Fountain of Youth. It looks like Ponce de Leon and the goblins are starting off the bids. If anybody would like to join in, or we can just move forward.
I don't think I have much use for that.
Carry on.
Hearing no takers, the bidding war begins, and it is immediately fast and furious. Ponce de Leon is shouting in Spanish that I think Jasper can understand.
And the rest of us, because we drank shots.
Or is that only
no,
for Sylvan?
That's just for Sylvan, I think.
That is only for Sylvan.
Oh, it's literally just for Sylvan. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
So we're each getting half of this.
Yes, you're getting half of this. As he's yelling, I offer my finest horse. I offer my name and title as governor of Havana.
Dang.
And the goblins are just coming up with, Jeff, what do you have? I don't know, Boblin. Oh, I got these mushrooms. And you can see each time that the Telian accepts a bid from the goblins, it is making Ponce de Leon incredibly angry until it gets to the final one. The goblins are talking back and forth, and Jeff pulls a small frog out of his pocket and holds it up and says, I give, Frank. And holds out Frank the frog.
Frank.
And Ponce de Leon just slams his fist, stands up, and says, I give all of the gold in Spain for this. And Vitalian looks up at him and says, I am sorry, Mr. de Leon. That is not worth anything to you. I'm afraid I must award this to the goblins. And he just slams his fist and says, Peconas bastardos! You little bastards!
What happens to Frank the frog?
What about Frank?
One of the pixies
No.
flies down and collects the mushrooms, Frank the frog, everything on a little block, and fly it over to Vitalian, who looks it over, nods, and they fly it over to a small table near the front, near the entrance that you came through, that has 4 or 5 pixies sitting at it, working, checking over items, pulling them up. Appears to be kind of a help desk. The goblins cheer as the map is brought over to them. You see Ponce de Leon starts to go for his sword, and that big sun that is behind starts to glow even brighter, and a beam of light shoots down and hits the hilt of his sword, and it starts to glow red hot. Vitalian just looks at him calmly and says, Mr. de Leon, please remember the rules of this house. We're all welcome, and we may all make bids. the next item starts to be brought up.
Bonesaw flags down a pixie and he says, when are they going to bring up Frank the Frog?
I mean, we need to evaluate to make sure he's doing okay, see what his final worth is going to be before we put him on auction.
Oh, just curious. You know, he's going to be okay, right?
Of course, we take good care of all of our acquisitions.
All right.
Jasper's going to lean over to Myra at this point and say, Myra, I pretty much understood what that Ponce de Leon fellow was saying there, because I speak Spanish, but I did not avail myself of that there fairy drink. So if anything important happens, would you give me a little nudge and let me in on what the palaver's all about?
Yeah, I'll let you in. You know, that was kind of a smart move not drinking something. Wow, we've ingested a lot of things here. we really were not cautious about that, were we?
Well, I figure one of us should be at least, so that, I don't know. I'm the designated uncursed. The rest of you are all just sucking down pomegranate seeds like spring is never going to come.
Yeah, that's a good idea to be our designated uncursed. But yeah, I'll keep you posted.
All right, thank you, I appreciate it.
The next item comes up and is set down. Vitalian looks over at the mustachioed fella who's sitting in the front row and says, "Now, how many times have we told you, sir? You can't hide your identity here." And he waves a hand, and on the back of the man's hand, where previously you could see his number, but you couldn't see his name, the name appears.
Oh, shit.
John D. Rockefeller.
Uh-oh.
That would be another knowledge nobility check if you want to know who that is.
Okay. Nat 20!
Holy shit! Nat 20.
Somehow in the soup of Bonesaw's brain right now, a shining light pierces through the mist.
You know that even at this time, John D. Rockefeller is one of the wealthiest Americans in the world. He is the owner of Standard Oil that was started about 5 years ago. And he has been kind of since the Civil War building a veritable oil empire. A millionaire multiple times over in the 1870s, so that gives you an idea of how rich he is. They say that he is on his way to become the richest man in the US. And you also know, on some weird fucking coincidence, that he just earlier this year shaved his sideburns to just have the mustache.
How stylish.
So yeah, you realize that is who you're looking at across the way.
Oh, wow!
Makes you kind of wonder what he's going to put up for a bid.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't like money's going to mean too much to him.
I hope he gets the same treatment as Ponce de Leon.
The next item is brought forward and set on the same pedestal. It is a clay jug, an urn really, and Vitalian says, yes, a jug of perfectly clear alpine water. Do we have any takers? Vitalia and Hazel and the people in the Mossbart Collective. One of them that you see, his name is Raish, raises his hand. Any takers for this one?
Nope.
Hearing no answer, there's some back and forth. It doesn't go for too much, and in the end, the Mossbart Collective gets that. Vitalia starts offering up some pearls, some seashells. Towards the end, it looks like she pulls out a jellyfish floating in a bubble of water, considers and puts it back in. The final thing that the Mossbart Collective gives is a recipe for a long-lost panacea that has been passed down by the Germanic tribes, supposedly able to cure most wounds, even deadly ones and cursed items. Next up, a large cauldron is brought out and set down. It takes 3 of these pixies to carry it out, and when they're carrying it, it looks almost like it belonged to a giant with how big it is. It looks like pretty much anyone except the Wendigo could fit inside this while they're carrying it, but as soon as they set it down, it seems to shrink down to the size for any medium-sized folk. Ah, yes, a wonderful gift from our friends the giants. The Cauldron of Hymir, the brewing cauldron specifically, able to make a feast fit for the gods.
Ooh.
Shall we have the bidding? The Wendigo is the only one to raise their hand for this one. Is anybody else interested?
No.
Moz, knowing that Jasper can't understand, will nudge him and say, "That makes really good soup."
I will lean over to Moz and say, "So do I."
Damn straight.
Vitalian looks around, opening bid from Mr. Nakai. The Wendigo leans forward and says something. Does anybody speak giant?
No.
I took 6 months of it in high school, but I forgot.
And Vitalian says, very well. And you see the Wendigo holds out its hand, 2 bundles of memories, similar to what you have, Bonesaw.
Ah.
They're collected. They drag the cauldron over. He starts rubbing his hands together in excitement. It takes a minute before they bring up the next item, what appears to be a small knucklebone. This, my friends, is quite an interesting get. This is the knucklebone of Fickle Fortune, able to bring vast wealth or certain doom upon you. Are there any takers?
Is this like a deck of many
Can
things?
you clarify what that means? Just curious.
All the heads, boom, immediately on Bonesaw. It means that once you roll it, well, some quite interesting things might happen to you. They might be good, they might be bad.
All right, thank you.
You notice the lamplighter extends their hand. Nobody else is going for it, unless somebody wants to. Going once, going twice.
Nope.
And Vitalian looks over at the lamplighter. The lamplighter... Vitalian's eyes go wide and he says, "Oh, yes, absolutely." One of the pixies flies over to the lamplighter, who places a hand on what appears to be a stone, and it burns in an impression, and the knucklebone is brought over. The lamplighter takes it and just holds it. Next...
Are you going to roll it or what?
Once again, all eyes turn towards you. The lamplighter, you almost sense a grin from it as it takes it, and it rolls the die. Can somebody roll 1d20 for me, please?
Yes. A 17.
You all feel as it flies out of its hand, rather than fall to the ground, it floats up and hovers right in front of its face. And you all feel this pulse of "Neh," and you see a 17 glowing. Wow. Yeah. That's all you sense.
No!
Should have bid on it, Bones.
Yeah. If you wanted to know.
Well, that wasn't done. He says slightly more quietly to just, ostensibly to just our group, but it carries a little bit.
Jasper leans over to Myra. "I'm terrible confused."
So some kind of knucklebone, some sort of fortune thing. You roll it like a die, and it gives you a number, and then something happens. But I'm not certain what 17 means.
Either vast wealth or terrible doom, but it seems like neither, really.
Seems like pretty much we don't even need one of those.
We definitely do not need one of
That
those.
sounds like a Tuesday for us.
Yeah, we have our normal luck and we have a bonesaw, so we're going to have that all the time.
As the next item comes out, you begin to hear some violin music playing.
Woo-hoo.
Very beautiful violin music that feels somber and alluring at the same time, as it is set down in front of you. a beautiful wooden violin. It is one of the most beautifully crafted instruments you have ever seen. And Vitalian says, yes, enjoy a snippet of music from this beautiful instrument, the Lepinsky Stradivarius, created for Giuseppe Tartini in his writing of the Devil's Trill Sonata.
Well, I didn't understand the word that he said, but count me interested.
You immediately see Hazel the Witch and Rockefeller both are getting ready to join in.
They wouldn't dare.
Go ahead and roll for me, please.
Myra, you keep me apprised.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
That one!
This might be okay. We'll see how it plays out.
First up is Hazel. You see her pull a creepy-looking dagger out of her bag and sets it down and says, this should be worth quite a bit. One of the pixies flies over, picks it up. It is worth 2,000.
Okay.
Next up, Rockefeller. You see he opens up a small box that he has with him, and he pulls out a stack of railroad bonds that would give controlling interest in a small-time railroad in Cleveland.
One wonders how that'd work.
That's worth $3,000.
Okay. Moz will present one of his 2 memory orbs.
Immediately there's ooh. Clearly this has some value. You see Rockefeller, who's kind of across the way from you, frowns ever so slightly. The bid is now up to 8,000. Hazel the Witch groans. Can somebody roll 1d20 for me, please? 11 plus her will modifier of 8. Oh, wow, she has good will. 19, she stays in. In addition to her knife, she then pulls out a cauldron of her own that she sets down, and then pulls out a set of pies and sets them out. You see one is labeled Hansel, one is labeled Gretzel.
I knew it.
Wow!
Ooh, that cheating hag!
That ain't the way the story goes.
And they come over and nod. She also pulls out a set of scrolls that she sets down to bring it up to 12,000.
Great.
Rockefeller is going to go next. He sits down, considers for a second, taps a finger. He pulls out a map of his own and sets it down in addition to the pages. He says, this is a map of the prospects for the next 3 years for Standard Oil to make investments in. One of the pixies comes over, nods appraisingly. The bid is up to 18,000.
Fuck.
Moz. You have to get your bid up to $27,000.
Right.
You're sitting at 16.
Yeah.
Plus mine! Bonesaw piles his little strand on top.
Okay, that is 17.
Thanks, Bones.
So you'll need to come up with stuff that either has significant value to you or a lot of little things.
Yeah.
Boss, I've got something that might work. I don't know what they're going to value it at, but it's worth a shot.
No need, Bones. I think I'm ready. Moz, I think he's gonna shake one of the memory balls that he has, and you all can see as a scene plays out on the golden surface, and it's familiar. I believe most people were present nearby, but it's one that involves Jesse Blackburn, and it's the day that Tumble died. Moz has been holding on to that memory in anger, mostly, but Tumble meant a lot to him, and I think it's time that he finally moved on.
Oh, boss.
You hold on to this memory, a memory that has driven Moz in anger and frustration. And as this memory begins to pull out and circle itself up, it forms its own little ball that kind of clacks down and lands with the others. While it is not as big as those, it glows with its own extreme value to you. Because it doesn't just represent the anger that you felt, but it represents the letting go of a grudge, the letting go of anger. Something that, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the old Maz would do.
He would not have. Or rather, Johnny would not have.
Johnny would not have. You are now sitting at 27,000.
Yeah, boy.
Yes!
Hazel immediately, once you bring this out and the ball is hovering there. Nope, I'm out. Hands down, she is just flat out. Rockefeller would have to do something worth $40,500. He looks across the way and gives a small tilt of his hat and looks at Vitalian, nods, and concedes. Vitalian gives a hand and says, "To the new owner of the Lepinsky Stradivarius, Mr. Mozzarella Copernicus Pryor." And one of the pixies flies it over and hands it to you, Moz. And I will give you the stats for it after the session because you just got one of the finest instruments in the world of all time.
You have a fucking Stradivarius, my dude.
Oh my god! That was so good. I'm so proud of you.
And a paper bag to carry it in.
You also notice there is a protective sheen on it that seems to protect it from harm. This is a magical violin through and through. You have a Stradivarius. Now, if you all like, there's 4 more things up for bid. We can run through them quickly, and you guys just tell me if you want to bid on them or not.
Yeah, I'm curious what they are.
Okay. Next, a Griffon egg is brought up.
Ooh, tempting.
We already have so many pets. Please.
Yeah, no more bad.
Hazel volunteers, and the Mossberg Collective are going for that one. And the goblins. Hazel wins that one, and you see her wringing her hands together and licking her lips as she takes it.
Tasty omelet.
Next up, a torch is brought out and set in the center. It is fire from the eternal flame, said to burn eternally even when taken underwater, buried under the ground. It will always burn perfectly. Kate, the Huldra, and the Lamplighter both are going after this one. Hearing no takers, the Lamplighter wins this one as well, takes it and immediately stuffs it into his head, where his head like flares up.
Immortality! Suck it, Ponce de Leon!
The next one that is brought up is the memory of a perfect day. Everybody is going in on this one. It is a brutal amount of bidding. At the very end, it ends up with Rockefeller winning that one.
Ooh.
How much did he pay for it?
At the end of the day, he pays almost $100,000.
Damn.
Oh, wow. More than I got. That's too rich for my...
Worth of stuff.
Worth of stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the final item. It is set down on the pedestal, and it appears to be a bird skeleton that has been fused together and is standing perfectly up with some sort of like alchemical hardening in position because it's being set down fairly heavily. It appears like it weighs a decent amount for as small as it is. And you see ever so slight twitches from the bones. And it is announced to be the Weird Queen's Magpie, a fey relic created by an ancient fey queen who could see the threads of fate. For this one, Rockefeller and
I'll go in.
Kate and Bonesaw is going in. Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to stay in, but I've got a soft spot for weird taxes taxidermy. He puts up his hand.
Okay, give me an initiative roll.
5.
All right. Kate is first. She is putting in a small bid, a cycle's worth of free drinks at Ray's on her tab.
Tempted.
It is valued only at 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Rockefeller goes in. You get the sense he probably doesn't have all that much left because he spent a lot on that memory.
Mm-hmm.
He offers up a lifetime supply of petroleum jelly from his derricks that is worth $150.
Now, what's the point of a bunch of petroleum jelly if you ain't got any petroleum peanut butter?
All right, that's all, folks.
And we're done.
Thank you very much.
Roll the credits.
All right. Bonesaw, you got 225 to hit.
Okay. Bonesaw will wave over a pixie real quick and be like, "Could you just give me, like, a vague estimate on a couple of different things? I really don't know where I'm at with what I'm bidding with."
A pixie named Oak flies over and says, what are you looking for?
How much is blood worth?
I mean, whose blood?
Mine.
Yours? Hold on one second. And the pixie, can I see your arm for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Takes it, bites you on the arm.
Ow.
Ouch.
Undead blood.
Yeah. That would be worth, looking at you, probably about 150 gold pieces.
For all of it, or like a little bit?
Enough to do some good magic with it and control you.
How much is a favor worth?
Throw in some fingernails and a lock of hair.
From you?
Yes.
Can I see your arm again?
Are you going to bite me?
Not this time.
All right, sure.
He takes your arm and just licks along the length of your arm.
Aww.
I'm starting to think this is a you thing.
Oh, it is. You hear one of the other pixies say, "Yeah, it's definitely just a him thing." That's probably worth a favor from you to be collected. Probably worth 50 gold pieces.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
You need to go up to 225, I think.
Yeah, 225.
How about a life debt from a well-known outlaw?
Depends on who the outlaw is.
Goiter Sutton? I saved his life and set him free. I'm thinking that's maybe a bit much for this.
Flies over, consults, flies back. Probably 500 gold pieces.
Ooh.
That's it?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, we would only be able to sell it to a fae who regularly makes trips to the mortal realm. Doesn't seem like it's super valuable to you.
Oh, it's very valuable to me. Do you know how much stuff I can make him do?
How serious is Bonesaw being? Like, how actually valuable does he see it?
It's definitely not like a significant thing. I would say it's one.
One?
Multiplier
Okay.
of one.
Yeah, then 500 is what they stick at.
That's still bigger than the highest bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's worth more to me than it seems to be to them. How about stop me if I've reached my limit or whatever? But what about this ancient Byzantine coin that a person gave me?
What?
Is that the Witchmarket coin?
Yeah.
No, we need that.
No, I'm sorry. It's not the Witchmarket coin. When Bonesaw was on the curb and waiting, a random fae person gave him an ancient Byzantine coin.
Oh, that's right.
This looks like it's worth maybe 1 silver.
Oh, cheapskate?
Is there something you really want from one of us that you would give up? If we gave you something that you really wanted, it's something that you would want, so it's valuable to you, but you don't actually own it, but you would trade that. I don't know if that would work.
To be honest, I can't think of anything aside from Jasper's horse, and that's never going to happen.
Ain't no way, ain't no how.
Vitalian holds up a pocket watch and says, "Tick-tock, I need a decision."
Alright, two more. What about this map of grudges?
Ooh.
Which I would be quite lost without. And potentially get into quite a bit of danger.
That's kind of worthless to us.
Wow!
What? Isn't it worth to bones? Like, it's...
That is fair. You know what? They're going to offer you 50 gold pieces for it.
Okay, what about this mysterious death puppet imbued with, like, fun magic? I'm supposed to give it to someone else, and I suppose I'd be risking a friendship.
As one of the pixies is reaching for it, Vitalian takes a whip out of seemingly nowhere and just, like, whips their hand to stop them from touching it and just says, "No, do not touch that. I do not think that would be a survivable thing for you to touch."
Should I not be touching? I mean, I have gloves on.
Oh, if you're touching it, you are probably protected against it.
Is this an assassin doll?
Death
For
puppet.
the coffin makers? That's what this is?
The pixie who's rubbing his hand says, "I guess so. Apparently we won't take it." And Vitalian says, "No."
Oh, well, never mind then. Sorry to delay everything.
Do you have a bid?
Would they just take gold?
That seems like that would be a half.
Okay, so I would have to pay twice as much gold.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll pay 450 gold for this.
Okay. Total is now looking at 337.50. Kate is going to bid her services for the next cycle. She's speaking in Sylvan, and you get the sense that, like, a cycle is a set amount of time for the Fae. It's hard to say how much that translates to in the real world, but she says that she will offer her ability to manipulate luck for one cycle, which is pretty significant and is valued at 500 gold pieces. So she jumps it up.
Maybe you could do something like that. You could rent out a service for a cycle or a certain amount of time, so that way you're not really losing anything per se, like making them potions or something.
Offer up a show.
Ooh.
That sounds fun.
Rockefeller, he's gonna look at it, he's gonna look at what he has, and Rockefeller's going to drop out. This is not worth that much to him.
Okay, so I gotta get up to 750.
750.
How much would a show by a bunch of zany mortals be worth?
How much of a show, and how long, and in what style?
Medicine Man show style, patent medicine man, one evening, and standard, but you can invite as many friends as you want, but you have to provide venue.
There is some debate and say, sorry, that would only be worth about 50 gold to us.
Damn.
Mechanically, I
Yes.
can make 9 bombs every day. If I were to permanently decrease that number,
Shit.
I'm gonna say, and if you don't think this is fair, we can discuss it. $100 per bomb that you give up. So 300 if you're giving up 3.
That's it?
okay, I'll give up 3 bombs and I'll pay the remainder.
Okay. 3 bombs and $900.
Okay. I'll offer 3 bombs a day
This is accepted.
until I perish.
Okay. Can somebody roll 1d20 plus 7 for me?
1d20 plus 7. 16?
16? Oof, that's just enough for her to continue.
Ah, damn.
She is going to up her manipulate luck from 1 cycle to 5 cycles, and she offers her ability to travel to the mortal realm for that same period of time, and the ability to put creatures into a deep slumber once per day for that same time, which brings the total up to 1,500.
You know what? I'm out. Sorry to drag this out.
Okay.
Have fun with your cool taxidermy. I'll just make a better one.
Kate smiles as the weird queen's magpie cocks its head and flutters over and lands on her hand. She smiles foxishly and turns to leave. It seems like that was one of the main things she was here for. And with that, Fatalion says, "Thank you all for coming. We're going to take our break now. Please feel free to mingle. No fighting, Mr. Leon. Please don't make me warn you again. Thank you all. Good day." And he gives a flourish, and as he does, this green cloak spreads out up and around, covering him completely before it falls to the stage with him disappeared.
That's cool.
Now that's an exit you should consider there, Bonesaw.
Oh, most definitely.
Really nifty on stage, and it would get you out of sight if you needed to really quickly.
Sorry to drag things out there. I really thought Anna would like it.
Who?
Who?
Anna.
Remind me again who Anna is?
Oh, my on-again, off-again lover.
Oh.
You've met.
Oh.
Yeah, we definitely have met.
Anna!
Yeah, and she like bops Jasper Maz's shoulders like, play along, play along.
We saw her just yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, yesterday. Remind me what we did yesterday. I'm so tired and my memory's kind of fogged. What did we do yesterday?
Oh, we skived off work and we, got into the supplies and stole some food and went for a picnic.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Oh, now I remember. You have an excellent memory, Bones.
Thank
This is
you.
why we keep you around for everything.
Jasper's keeping mum at this point. He doesn't trust himself to play along with this.
Now, Bones, do you know where Anna is today? We'd just love to skip work and break into the supplies again for that picnic. Where is she? How can we get in touch?
Oh, goodness. You know how Anna is. She's sort of flighty. Here today, gone tomorrow, pops up at weird times.
Classic Anna.
Classic, yes.
Myra gives a concerned look to Jasper and says under her breath, like, we really need to get this show on the road before he...
I agree with that. Yeah. I think we've got what we came for. Maz, nice job.
Thank you, Jasper.
Let's skedaddle. Now, everybody look around carefully. Make sure we haven't picked up any strays. We'll do another accounting when we get back to the exit.
Does Bonesaw still have his certified Witchmarket leash?
Yeah, it's tied around his waist.
Okay.
He's also leading Smokey, which I think was very clever on Jasper's part.
Yep.
He's leading Smokey, Smokey's leading him.
Okay,
You know, they're attached.
So we're not losing our Bonesaw again.
Oh.
Never ever again.
All right, so you guys are gonna head on out.
Time to have a picnic.
Yeah. Picnic.
Just a skedaddle across the witch market, past Murderer's Alley, divest ourselves of any hitchhikers, and back to the mortal lands. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
You all make your way, Barry trotting along beside you, Goiter happily plopping along. You begin to leave the witch market. I need everybody to roll a perception check for me.
Oh, God.
17.
You know just how to put us at ease.
27 or 29 in an urban environment.
20.
Maz. Nice.
Oh, nice, Maz.
27.
Does it bring you above a 30?
No, I'm 1 point shy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nobody makes the 30. You all are making your way along. Anytime Bonesaw starts to get distracted, you are able to pull him back. You start walking down the cobblestone alleyways, this London fog-esque location, finding yourselves alone. No Fae, as far as you can tell. Not even the Fogmen, not any of the Lamplighters. As you walk down the path and arrive at the door that you came through.
Before we exit, I once gave a horseshoe to a dragon.
Yes.
Is it you?
That's me.
That's so cool.
Oh shit! If Bonesaw can't remember.
Oh no, Bonesaw's got kind of a fractured thing going on there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you telling us that? No, I mean, cool story.
We have had problems with a hitchhiking shapeshifter in the past. If you recall, that was the whole reason that we accidentally left without you the first time.
Right.
So this is just little proofs that we are who we say we are, telling each other things that only we would know.
All right, cool. Can I roll something to see how difficult this is going to be for Bonesaw?
Oh no.
Make a will save for me.
Okay. A 12 is not bad.
We're leaving you behind.
I think 12 is enough to pull a recent enough memory that somebody here would know about it.
Do you remember that time that we were talking to Wilmington and he, popped that weird pustule scale thing and, flicked it on the floor?
He pulled off a goddamn scale that was itching him.
That was gross, right?
I prefer to not remember that memory. Thank you, Bones.
It's natural, okay?
I think that was specific enough.
Snakes have scales, and sometimes the scales come off. I know it's a little
I've
rude
never seen you do
to do it in public. I got a bit of a higher standard, but it's just a thing that happens to snakes. Okay?
Never in mixed company.
Never mixed company.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Oh, well, I guess we'll get to that when we get back.
Yeah, we got a lot to get through here.
Yeah.
Myra?
Yeah, she shows her hand that's missing a finger and says, this was done by, Mr. Old JB himself.
Good enough for me.
I once gave Myra a fireball. In a friendly fashion.
That's right, you did. You gave me a fireball without the intent of burning me alive. I very much appreciated that fireball.
Alright, we're all square?
Not quite.
Wait. What about Barry?
Oh. Barry.
He kind of plods over to Bonesaw and then just kicks Bonesaw in the shin.
Yep, that's him. We're good. Let's go. Hates Bonesaw.
How do I know you're the real Cyclops? You're a dick. Okay. Alright, hold on just a second here. Smokey? I point at Bonesaw. Who's this? Now, Smokey has motions she can make for each of the members of our party. Bonesaw is rearing up to look really tall. That means Bonesaw in Smokey talk.
Yeah, Smokey rears up really tall, full on just...
Alrighty.
If we lost Smokey, I was going to be upset.
Good girl.
You all stand at the door. Who's first?
Bones, get on out of here. You've been in here long enough.
Wait, I was the one who called the coin. What if it closes after me?
Oh, that's a good point.
I should go last.
Didn't we all go through holding hands once? We can do that again, can't we?
I don't recall that.
You only been through once. I thought we went through back holding hands, but I could be mistaken.
No, because that was with the Fang Bonesaw.
Well, I like holding hands, but maybe I go last in line.
Yeah, let's do both little daisy chain and Bonesaw picking up the rear, so we got all our bases covered. Myra slithers to the front.
Myra, Moz, Jasper, Smokey, Bonesaw. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to send Smokey through before me so she doesn't land on me this time.
Okay.
Maybe we should always send Smokey.
Maybe Smokey goes first. And Myra will be right behind Smokey.
Because a fifth of a ton of white mare does not go well. Sitting on your chest like a lead balloon.
You all go through, picking the correct order of having Bonesaw go last.
Oh,
Good call out.
Oh,
Thank Thank you.
And it never closed before because Bonesaw never went through.
Exactly.
Oh.
I catch on.
You all come flying out. You're experienced at this now. You all land relatively on your feet on the graveside. As Bonesaw comes out, you hear a and look down into the grave, and you see 6 feet below you is dirt. It is fairly similar to the time that Jasper and Myra and Maz came out earlier. Looks like it's getting like mid-afternoon-ish. The snow around you is still cleared out, and you still see that circle of salt that was there before. What's different this time is on a chair a few feet to the other side, you see Leona Maxwell sitting there, shotgun resting on her lap. She looks like, let me roll 1d20 for her, pure luck check. She is awake and staring at all of you as you come out. Her red eyes just focused on all of you.
Hi!
Howdy, y'all.
You!
Howdy, ma'am.
Good to see you!
Leona,
Good to see you too.
how much time have we been gone?
She pulls out a pocket watch and says, I have good news and I have bad news on that front.
Uh-oh.
You have been gone for about 3 years, 2 months, and 7 days.
Right.
Really?
Insight check. I would like to make
Yeah, I was gonna say.
sense
I am
motive.
just joking with you.
And the good news.
You've only been gone for about 22 hours.
Okay.
That wasn't
Myra
funny.
collapses on the
Thank
ground.
goodness, because I left the water running at the hotel.
Don't scare me.
So that shotgun, is that for us?
Well, it depends.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you. I assume you're the person who put up that barrier of salt around here?
Yes, I am.
That saved our bacon. Or it saved Bonesaw's bacon in particular.
I am glad that I was able to help with that. As soon as I saw that you all had fallen into a pit, did not know where it went, and I decided to take precautions. And then, several hours ago, I got an alert that something had come out. But by the time I got here from the shack, there was nobody here.
Yeah, well, we had an unwanted accomplice for a little while, but we hightailed him back to the fairy realm and got our own Bonesaw back.
Ah, you lost a Bonesaw. That is a shame.
Oh,
Well, we got him back. Mostly.
Well,
That reminds me, do you know where we can find a silver photographer type?
the silver photographer, yes. I believe she is on the far side of town.
We need to be heading there lickety-split.
Are we tired at all? I know we weren't tired in the witch market.
As you come out, you immediately become very fatigued.
Okay.
mechanically too, or?
Not mechanically, just that you haven't rested. You all are still standing inside the circle. Leona has her hand on the shotgun and is just watching all of you.
I think we need to cross that line before she relaxes. I am going to try and lead Smokey out of the circle.
Okay, as you hit the edge of the salt circle, nothing happens. You walk through.
Hell.
All right, everybody. Singly or one at a time? Come on out.
Hold it!
Oh,
You do not have permission to give them permission to come out. I want to make that clear. And she sits back down.
Oh, is this like some sort of faith thing?
oh,
Interesting.
sorry about that. I just was given a directive, not permission, but understood.
All right.
Myra raises her hands up and says, I'm a bust out of this circle no matter what. Nobody tells me, and she falls over the line.
Leona laughs a little at that.
Anything happen or no?
Nothing
she just
happens.
slithers. Okay, cool. She just slithers out of the circle.
Bonesaw scooches up to the edge and he's like, is this like, is this a trick? Is something, should I just, he steps over it.
He steps over it just fine.
Do I win? How'd I do?
I imagine Goiter also.
Goiter also goes across.
Okay, just so that we don't like miss something later on.
He's been physically attached to me.
Yep.
Which meant that when Myra came over, Myra 2 or 3 or 7 or whichever one the mimic is.
Yes.
Myra 3.
Maz is gonna approach the edge of the assault circle very hesitantly, I think, and he'll try and tiptoe across almost.
As you cross, you do feel a bit of a pull to stay in,
Rip it.
but you are able to cross it.
Okay.
Is it obvious in his movement that he's fighting to get out?
I think there is a bit of a hitch in his step.
Okay.
And when there is that hitch, Leona tightens her grip on the gun. But when he crosses, she relaxes.
See? Ain't nothing to worry. Ah! Maz is gonna trip on a crumbled gravestone. He'll stand up and dust himself off. The gravestone reads, Boomstick.
Oh, no!
Well, that's strange.
Careful around that grave. For some reason, every time I go past, I hear a ticking sound, and I'm worried that it'll go boom.
Strange thing, he dug it himself in 30 seconds.
Maz will inch away from the gravesite.
I miss Boomstick.
I thank you all for your time. I would ask you, please don't go falling into any more holes while you're here, and good luck in your investigation.
Oh, Leona!
Yes.
We might be going back sometime. We were in a place called the Witchmarket, and if you want, there's probably people there that could help with your curse.
She gets very quiet for a second.
Next time we go, do you want to come along? Don't say you wish. Don't use the word wish just now. I don't.
I
But
appreciate the offer. There would be nothing hurt by me going and seeing. If you are in town when it happens, I would appreciate it.
all right.
Excellent.
And she gives a nod, shoulders the shotgun, and says, "You know the way out."
Of course. Bonesaw starts walking in the wrong direction.
Leona steps over and just
yank on the leash. Let's get that off of you there, Bonesaw.
This is what we've got going on in Albuquerque. One of our quests is the Undead Murders. We were hired by Odger Galloway to figure out and deal with whoever's killing people with undead. There have been a number of incidents thus far. If we take care of it, we'll get extra cash, but just finding out is the first job. We talked with Sheriff Roy Savage to get the details on the different incidents. We also talked with Leona, who basically told us that anyone who can create and discorporate zombies would have to have extreme knowledge of both necromancy and the ability to use positive energy, like divine holy magic. And there's only a few people in town who could do it. The coffin maker definitely could because he specializes in necrografts.
Right.
A couple of other open leads may or may not be connected. The Sacred Flame Home for the Needy. Remember, Jasper and Myra went to go scout that out.
Right.
There were some men in unmarked religious robes leading away a homeless man. There was this Azamar guy in charge, and a heavily padlocked trapdoor hidden under a box that smelled antiseptic. And there was this guy who tapped 3 times on the box, like some kind of signal. So something weird going on there. Unsure if it's related to the murders. But we were also maybe going to look up Cameron Skinner, the necromancer in town, and see if they knew anything. Talk to Bailey the Bully Wright, because that was one of the sheriffs suspected could be involved. Aside from that, our other quest in town is looking into the Revenant activity. We started at the scene of the crime, Saul Laguna's house. that was where the fire had happened. And essentially, we found evidence that Sol Laguna had been tied to the bed and somebody had started it with alcohol. There were some tracks to indicate that there was maybe a woman there, someone with smaller feet. And at Rusith Cold Blossom's house next door, there was a halfling clawed, rotted way through this tunnel with no legs. And the sheriff said that Rusith, the halfling, was rumored to be having an affair with Rose Laguna, Sol's wife. We were going to question the other neighbors, but Bonesaw
stabbed
had an
her.
incident. And they are currently with the doctor. And so somebody else was going to go talk to them, not Bonesaw. Also, we checked out Sol's grave, which was empty, but the interior was burned. And there was an infernal word that meant rise again, in addition to the interior coffin stained with blood. And Kiet said that it could be the result of someone making a deal below and coming back worse than a revenant. So I think our current theory there is maybe Sol killed Rusith after finding out about the affair. Rusith came back as a revenant to get Sol, and then Sol made a deal in hell to come back for his wife.
Got it.
Also, there's a demon surgeon running around.
And we're out of eggs. I'll take that one.
Where are y'all going to head next?
Realistically, I think I need to feed and water Smokey, stable her, and let her rest. And I need to eat, because I haven't eaten anything in probably over 24 hours.
Yes.
And Barry could probably use some water as well.
You're feeling hungry. It's late-ish in the day.
All right, let's go back to the hotel. We can sleep on it.
I think we do well with a good meal and a good night's sleep and hit the day fresh. And I think our next step is probably Silver's photography.
Yeah.
Let's get you fixed up, Bonesaw.
All right.
You all head out back towards the hotel. It's going to be about an hour's walk to get out there. You eventually arrive, as usual in the times that you have come here. It is relaxing. The interior is done up nice and clean. It's fairly quiet in the main room. Virginia Reeves is sitting in her usual chair, looking bored as all hell as the man with the pith helmet that you saw previously standing there, foot up on the chair, blathering away about some safari that he had in Africa. Virginia looks absolutely bored out of her skull. Jordan Yates is standing behind the counter looking at a piece of paper as you enter, and he looks up, says, "Oh, you're back." And he takes the paper, crumples it, and puts it in a trash can at his feet. You all had a telegram come in for you, Miss Myra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let me, who's it from?
Just a set of initials, RRM.
I knew it.
Ranger
Rick.
She decides to share the telegram with everyone, and she says, "Okay, well, speaking our good friend Sol Laguna, turns out he's in Santa Fe, and we've determined he's not a revenant, but I think we already kind of knew that. He's something worse. He advised that we go ask the Undertaker for a grave disturb, but again, we already know that. So I'm gonna send him word ahead." She's whispering this to everybody. She's not saying this out loud in front of. She folds up the piece of paper and says, "Yeah, if I could send one back, I'd like to do that, please."
Yes, absolutely. What would you care for it to say? And he pulls out an ink pen, fills it out.
While he's distracted, Bonesaw wants to step a few feet away and poke Goiter and be like, "Goiter, go get that piece of paper out of the trash can and then sneak it up to the room."
Have Goiter roll stealth for me.
If it seems like Goiter's gonna attract attention, Bonesaw will do something flashy to draw it away.
Okay.
27!
Damn!
Holy crow!
He rolled a
Freaking
19.
You probably don't even know if
Ninja
Goiter was successful.
Yeah, Jordan can't make this. Like, even if he rolled an at 20, he would be below that, so.
I feel like Goiter melts down Bonesaw's frame underneath the baggy clothes and comes out of the pant leg and just stealthily puddles across the floor, around the bar, and into the trash can, where he delicately absorbs the piece of paper into his flesh and then puddles back and goes up the same way.
All right. Fantastic.
I'm imagining that this stealth roll was so good, Bones doesn't even realize this happened. Goiter, I gave you an order. Where are you?
Oh, that was... Oh, you're back already.
Yeah, I got it. It's really good.
You are phenomenal.
As you are sitting there, you hear Virginia say, Reginald, dear, you could not possibly be more boring than you are now. And Reginald says, well, I never. That's quite a rude... that's quite a rude thing after...
Oh, shit.
And as he says this, his face begins to turn an ashen gray. He tears at his face, bloody chunks coming away as he grows in stature and starts to crook his neck before he lunges for Virginia.
Dust and Blood is a Rolling Path production featuring Corinne Hill as Myra Sting, Blake Alfson as our GM, Zach Parker as Maz Copernicus Pryor, Keith Curtis as Jasper Graves, and myself, Gail Parker, as Bonesaw. Our theme song is Dust and Blood by Arne Parrott, and other music throughout this recording is provided by Kevin Macleod, Tabletop Audio, Dark Fantasy Studios, and the Desperados 3 original game soundtrack by Filippo Beck Peccoz. Transcripts, detailed sound credits, and more can be found on our website at dustandbloodpod.com. You can follow us on X and Facebook at DustAndBloodPod, or support us through our Patreon at Dust and Blood, where you can join our community Discord and get perks like our behind-the-scenes discussion show, The Roundup. We are so grateful for the support of our fans, people like Haas, Miss Blevins, Lego Queen BB, and Wubbatub. Dust and Blood releases monthly on the 1st, and our next episode is coming at you on June 1st. Content warnings can be found in every episode description, and we hope you enjoy exploring this fantasy western with us. Thanks for listening.
My eyes shoot open to the early morning sun. I feel that aching, pounding, poking of a bullet in my lungs. Skinny ceiling, bones crunching. I feel that wretched ancient something drag me up to face that coward son of a gun. His face grows wide as he fumbles for his holster. I feel the lead pierce my shoulder, neck, and chest. I scream that I have died 100 times and lived 1,000 years, and I'll be damned if a boy like you's gonna be the best. Yes, I'll be damned if a boy like you's gonna be the best.
Is this the Stradivarius?
There are many Stradivarius. Stradivarii?
Stradivarius?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it's well known for being stolen multiple times and disappearing. And in 2012, it was appraised at $5 million.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd tell y'all enough. You guys take fantastic notes, and your memory is impeccable. I'm very impressed.
Thank
Gail
you.
is
It
like
makes my life so much easier, honestly.
carrying the group.
I'd like to invite you guys to all of my games that I ever run ever.
I just want to give an extra big kudos to Zach and Maz. I'm so proud of him for
Oh, yeah.
It is hard to change a character concept and take them in a new direction.
Yeah.
And I really admire how much you're going into it.
Yeah, I was
Like,
worried I was pushing too much with it, but you have done such a fucking fantastic job, and it is great.
Thank you, guys.
And you're making it like explicit to it. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's detailed.
It's not so subtle that we couldn't tell. We are able to follow along and see the beats and feel the emotions.
Yeah,
Really good.
Yeah.
Really
absolutely
That
fantastic.
means a lot, y'all.
Oh.